Okay, regarding slavery and Abraham Lincoln, we've talked already about his early views on slavery. We talked about his House divided speech. Next, I want to talk about his first inaugural speech. Now, a little bit of background. This was a speech that he gave right after being sworn in as president. The word inaugural means the ceremony where the president officially takes office. Now, he did not win any of the southern states during the presidential election. In fact, South Carolina had already left the country. By the time he won the election back in November, but by the time he's actually sworn in, South Carolina has already taken off. The main purpose of his speech was not to end slavery, not at all. In fact, you're going to see some interesting things that he says about in his speech. He doesn't suggest at all to end slavery. His main purpose is to avoid civil war. He promised in the speech not to interfere with slavery where it already existed. So those southern states where slavery was legal, he promised not to interfere with it. He reiterated the rights of states to be able to determine if they wanted to keep slavery or not. He would not use the power of the federal government to determine that for them. He would let the states decide that. He even promised to enforce the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, which we had talked about before, and to return runaway slaves back to their owners, and that the Constitution could be amended or changed, but that South Carolina had no right to leave the Union. He wanted to make a clear message to the southern states, listen, I'm not going to mess with the slavery, but you have no constitutional right to leave it. You need to stay with us. Really, the purpose of this speech was to reassure the southern states that he was not trying to end slavery. He was trying to keep the country together, and that to him was more important than ending slavery right then.